So with me doing my whole chrischan demiurge video, it's hopefully most people don't take serious. It's really more of a joke video through and through. Don't take it serious. But really, I'm gonna do two more videos. This one and the one next is about chrischan, right? Because there is more I want to talk about on a serious note. Because firsthand, talking about chrischan has been done to death to the point where it's almost kind of pointless to talk about him, because there's been so many comprehensive history or just lore video down to each individual saga that is not even worth covering. And on the other hand, because of that, it makes it difficult to come up with anything really creative, right? Like, you can talk about sonicchu, but someone has already done complete read of all the sonicchu comics, and has done and it's a group of people who animated the whole thing. So in the end, it's just one of those things that is very hard to really do, because for this video, it's about that. This video is about that. Why I made that video was, first off, I wanted to talk about chrischan, but again, it's been done to death. What is there? What is there I could talk about? I could talk about the whole thing about, we could talk about his early life, or we could talk about the psychological, which has been done. The spiritual has been done. The whole thing about him being trolled to death has been completely done. And for me, it's hard, right? Because he's one of the most notorious, if not the number one locale on the internet, and he's been done to death. He's dried out. It's like the phrase "beating a dead horse," right? Well, imagine you beating a dead horse, but instead of beating the horse itself, you're basically beating the ground where the horse is. Like, the horse has been basically, there is no more bones or skin. You're just beating where the leftovers are, which is just random mush and bugs and just the ground. That's all that's left. So for me, I had to do something very creative to talk about chrischan, because if I just went into it like, chrischan is an individual who has this long history, and let's talk about all the trolling and the saga, it's redundant. It's been done to death. And really, this video is going to go around in circles, because that's all you can do. Like, yeah, I can easily have done like the liquid curse saga, right, and just made a joke about it. Or I could have done how maybe rolling and trolling could have been the turning point where maybe Chris could have just stopped. But no, those have been done as well. And that's always the hardest thing to do, as anybody can imagine. Whether if it's just anything, is it doing the same thing that other people have done and who have done it better than you? So the only other option is just follow that step and be kind of a number, but not really, or do something that is so completely different out there that it will still make sense if you understand certain context. Because the whole thing about that video I made, it was more about the joking element that chrischan is like a god, which he isn't. Obviously, it's very heretical, but he is, to his viewpoint, he thinks he is a god. He believes he is a god, right? Because he's the hyperdimensional Jesus Christ who is here to bring in a new age of multidimensional being. I see, this is what I mean. But it's on brand with chrischan, and so it's hard, it's very hard, especially for someone like me who's been watching chrischan for years. It's very hard because there's not much you can do, and it will just be running around in circles. And I know I'm ending this video in a very more like understandable understandable tone, where what's there to do, right? It isn't like maybe like Boogie or Wings or Keem or other locales. There's just so much there that hasn't been touched, like Joshua Block or Daniel Larson or Nova Online and a bunch of other locales, right? But chrischan is just one of those that can't be done anymore. Or if you could, it would have to be so uniquely different, or it would just be the run of the mill same thing but just higher quality. And that's really what it is. It's like that's all that is. And sometimes that's not bad. Sometimes people just want to hear another perspective and voice on the chrischan lore and history. And I thought about doing that. Maybe I will one day do a real proper, but till then, I won't. And that's why I wanted to do what I did. It was unique. It was on brand for what I wanted to do, and it was something that has always made me laugh. I'm not the first one to come up with the whole Christian demiurge thing. Someone else did, but I just decided to just make it a whole video because it would just be funny. Because I think there will be some people who will take it serious. In reality, it wouldn't. And if Chrischan finds out that video, I may be nuts, and I will send it to him directly to see what happens. But you know, it is what it is. And I'm ending it in very more okay terms. If you want to do Christian videos, go ahead, but remember, it has been done to death. But if you want to do something unique within that could be kind of like out there, go for it. Sometimes that is the best option, and maybe that doesn't always play out, but for somebody like me who wants to be a little bit more creative when he can and just want to go schizo, I think this is the best thing you can do. It is and again, repeating myself, it's been done to death, and it has been not much content has come out of Christian to begin with, bar maybe that the whole body cam with a sort of commentary reaction, and then there's the whole thing about his getting his girlfriend pregnant. But we have almost little to no information about his girlfriend and that whole little thing going on. Cause that could be a saga in and itself. And all the different hilarious reactions he may have had with her family and her with his family. But yeah, it is what it is. Till then, y'all, have a good one and be safe.